What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon here, and today I have a very exciting video for you because I finally got back a PSA Return. It was a grand total of 74 graded cards. So we're going to take a look at all these cards, what kind of grades they got. I sent in about 75% vintage and I think about 25% modern cards. So I'm probably going to divide this up into two parts. First reason being I don't like my videos to linger on too long. And the second reason is I want to take a little bit of time to appreciate these cards and, really be surprised by the grade and give each card some attention. I know a lot of Pokemon YouTubers get tons of submissions back, seems like weekly, so they just kind of fly through the grade reveals, but I'm going to take my time, really enjoy this because I don't get submissions back very often. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please give this video a like and please consider subscribing if you have not already. So I got 4 boxes here to go through. Like I said, we're going to divide this video into part 1 and part 2. So let me get this set up and we'll see what we got. Alright, so here they are, all 74 cards. I hope to get at least a couple of PSA 10s. So we'll make a pile for each grade here as we go through them. So let's get started with this first pile. Alright folks, here is the first card. This is going to be a variety of modern and vintage in no particular order that I send them in. I did actually put some more shabbier looking cards in between some of the better looking cards to kind of juke the grader into, seeing the PSA 10 worthy cards for what they were. Because sometimes when you look at too many mint cards, you start giving out like 9s and 8s and stuff, even though it could be a 10. I don't know. I've heard that's a good tactic to use to kind of keep the grader refreshed, to throw in a shabby card here and there. But this is our first card up. And as you can see, it's got some corner nicks, but overall looks pretty well centered. And this was the first edition Clefable from Jungle Set. So my hopes for this card would be a PSA 9. I'll be very happy with that. And it is a PSA 9. Very nice. We're going to set that right there. That'll be our 9 pile. All right, up next, we got this one right here. And it looks about as good as the Clefable. You got a nick in the bottom corner there. So I guess automatically I would take that down to a 9. It's the first edition Eevee card from Jungle Set. This card used to be like $700+ as a PSA 10. It's definitely not that now. So I don't think this is going to be a 10, but I can hope for a 9. Here it is. PSA 9. Very nice. That's going to go right there in the 9 pile. Very good. All right, up next. All right. Woo! Okay, so this is one of the shabbier cards I was telling you about that I knew wasn't going to get an 8, 9, or 10, of course. But yeah, you take a look at the edges. It's got a little bit of edge wear. That corner's looking pretty iffy there. So yeah, edges have definitely got some wear on the back. Let's turn it around. Oof, the first edition Suicune. This is a part of a binder set. So, I mean, you can only expect so much out of a binder set. You gotta love the Neo Revelations Holos. Some of the best cards in all the TCG. So, I'd be hopeful for a 6. Probably gonna be 6 or less. Let's take a look. 5. That's fair. Yeah, that's definitely fair. Still a beautiful card, even with all that edge wear. I mean, legendary dog. What's not to love? So I guess we'll put the 5 way over there. So 2 9s and a 5 so far. This one looks very good. I don't see anything on the back of it. So looks very well centered. I'm gonna say PSA 10. Yeah. Shining Ho-Oh. That's all I wanted. 1 PSA 10 Shining Ho-Oh. I'm very happy about that. And that is our first 10 of the video. Alright, up next, probably another Shining Ho-Oh. This one's got a very noticeable nick in the corner up there, so it will not be a 10. And a little bit off-centered, but nothing too shabby. Let's take a look at the grade. It got an 8. Alright, so we got a 7, 8, and 10 there. Maybe we'll get a 9 here. There's the next one. Another Shining Ho-Oh, I'm assuming. Looking pretty good. Looking better than that 8. Front looks good. I don't know. Maybe another 10? A 9. So we got one of each. 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'll take it. Alright, a couple more here. Alright, that one looking pretty good. You got a nick on the back side there, so I'm going to say it probably knocked it down to at least a 9. Front, I don't know, front looks decent. It's hard to tell. I don't see any scratches. And this one is another 9. Okay. 7, 8, 2 9s, and a 10. One more. All right, should be one more Shining Ho-Oh here. Let's take a look. Ooh, that looks very good on the back. Yeah, very clean, very well centered. And the front looks just the same. So I'm gonna hope for a PSA 10. And it's, boop, yeah, PSA 10 Shining Ho-Oh. We got two. Beautiful. I do love Ho-Oh cards. They are some of the best. All right, up next we have, this one might be the Rainbow Rare Ho-Oh promo card that you got from Shining Legends. I do believe I sent that right after these Shining Ho-Ohs. So yeah, you got some edge wear on the corners there. Definitely not going to be a 10. Oh yeah, it's the Ho-Oh GX promo. It's off-centered on the front, and it's got nicks on the back. I'm going to say a PSA 8. And, ooh, yep, PSA 8. Cool. I'll take it. That's pretty much what I expected from that card. All right, moving on. We got this one right here. Looks like you got a couple dots there, but it looks pretty well centered. Let's take a look at the back. It is a first edition Cyndaquil from Neo Genesis. I sent the first edition starters from Neo Genesis in to be graded. I hope at least one gets a 10, and I hope it's this one. For a first edition Cyndaquil, it's PSA 9. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it looks very nice in the front, and aside from that side back there, it looks great. So yeah, a nice little PSA 9 there. Not bad. Up next, this is probably either the Totodile or Chikorita. And looking at the back, this card looks very, very nice. Very centered, very clean. Ooh, the Totodile. I love Neo Genesis. This is one of my favorite sets. I can never decide between Neo Genesis and Neo Revelation. I guess if I had to pick, I would probably say Neo Genesis. It'd be my favorite set of all time. But this is a first edition Totodile, and it received a PSA 10. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, that seems fair. I don't see anything wrong with this card. Looks great. All right, a 9 for the Cyndaquil, a 10 for the Totodile. This must be old Chikorita. Let's see if we can get a 10 on the Chikorita. The back looks, oh, right there is a dot right there. That's probably going to knock it down. Yeah, first edition Chikorita, probably a 9. Yep. Yeah, that's understandable. That's still nice, though. A 10 and 2 9s for those starters. Beautiful. All right, up next, we probably got some more starters here. And this one is looking not that good. It's off-centered, and it's got some edging issues on the back. Let's take a look at the front. Dark Flareon. First edition from Team Rocket set. Beautiful set. One of my favorites. And this first edition Dark Flareon got the PSA 7. That seems about right. So we'll put that in our 7 pile. So far the 9s are doing pretty well. And it's a tie between the 10s and the 8s. Up next we have another one. This looks about the same as the other, as the Dark Flareon, maybe a little bit worse on the back there, but it is a Dark Jolteon first edition. I think I got these out of a binder set, and I wanted to send them in to see what I got. So hopefully a PSA 7, and it's a PSA 7. That was to be expected. Alright, last up is probably the Dark Vaporeon, and it's looking a little bit better than the other two. It's got a nick on the upper right-hand corner there. The edging looks better. Yep, the Dark Vaporeon first edition from Team Rocket set, and it landed a PSA 8. Cool. Cool. I like it. Alright, next up we got this card. Looking decent. It's got some edge wear on the bottom there, but it is an Entei first edition non-holo from Neo Revelation set. I'm hoping for a PSA 8 or higher, and it is a PSA 9. Beautiful. A beautiful. Entei is such an awesome Pokemon. Happy to put that in the 9 pile there. Up next we have another card. Looking very good on the back. Very well centered anyway. A first edition non-holo Lugia from Neo Revelation. I hope this one gets a 9 as well. That would be great. And it got a 9. Mint 9. If I sound a little congested, it's because I am. I got over being sick a little bit ago, so I just have a little residual congestion there. So sorry about that. Alright, up next we have this one right here, and that corner is looking ugly. And there's a side issue right there, so not looking good so far. It's the first edition Raikou. So this one probably won't land the 9. Maybe 8, 7. Come on, let's see about an 8. And the first edition Raikou is a PSA 8. Very nice. I am so far very happy about these grades. Alright, let's see what we got up next here. looking decent on the back. Couple spots, nothing too big. It's the Suicune non-holo from Neo Revelation. I can hope for a PSA 9. Yeah, PSA 9, I like it. A majority of these cards will be going up for sale eventually. I haven't gotten to that video yet, of course, because I'm just looking at the cards now, but I will put out a video where I will be selling a lot of these for fantastic prices, as always. So stay tuned for that. If you see a card that you like, you might be able to buy it. So I think this is probably the last card up for Neo Revelation set. Looking pretty good in the back, a little bit off-centered. It's the first edition Ho-Oh non-holo. PSA 8, 9, 7. Ooh. Oh man, something went wrong there. It's a little bit off-centered on the front there. I don't see any. Yeah, looks pretty good in the surface, as most non-holos do. The back is off-centered, and you have some nicks. I would have pegged this for a PSA 8, but PSA 7. It is what it is. All right, up next here. Oh, this is one of those shabby cards I was telling you about that I put in between the good cards. Yeah, this one must be one of the holo cards I sent in. But yeah, you can tell the back is looking rough. Let's take a look. First edition Steelix. Yeah. Like I said, folks, $10 a card to grade. First edition holo. I took my chances. Let's hope for maybe a 7 or higher. A 6. Yeah. A 6 is fair. That is a rough looking back, but still a first edition holo from Neo Genesis is a beauty. All right, up next we have this card, and it's looking shabby too, kind of like the Steelix, so it must be another one of the first edition holos, and it is a Skarmory. Look at that holo, beautiful. Neo Genesis has some of the best holo cards, so it's a little bit off center on the front. There's probably some scratches. I'm gonna say, like the Steelix, probably a PSA 6. And what? Yet? A PSA 9? Okay, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and say this one is probably a major misgrade, as I would never peg this to be a PSA 9 or even a PSA 8. I mean, just look at that wear on the back of it, and it's off-centered. A PSA 9? So far they've been pretty consistent, but this one I think they slipped up on a lot. So yeah, PSA, that is the weakest PSA 9 I've ever seen, I think. Alright, up next here, I have no idea what this one's going to be, but it looks very, very clean on the back. Very promising. Oh, it's the Unlimited Mewtwo holo that I pulled well over a year ago from my heavy base set pack. I pulled this and a few other beauties, and I was hoping this is going to be a 10. Probably not, but let's take a look here. Mewtwo holo from base set got the PSA 10. Yeah! Beautiful. And it does look great. Yeah. Holo looks good. Yeah, centering looks good. Everything looks good. Beautiful. PSA 10 holo from base set. Can't complain about that, folks. All right, up next. This is probably another one of the cards from the base set pack that I was just telling you about. Looks great on the back. It's a Squirtle. Oh, I could use a PSA 10 Squirtle here. And it got the PSA 10. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, let's grow this PSA 10 stack. All right. Up next, maybe another base set card. I don't know. First edition. I love Haunter, Ghastly, Gengar. That whole evolutionary lineup. I just can't get enough of them. Amazing card here. I'm going to say PSA 9. Ooh! See, now I would have given that card a 9, based on the centering alone. On the back of it, anyway. But whatever. I'll take a PSA 10. A first edition Brock's Dugtrio card from Gym Challenge. This is a rare card. So I hope it got a 9 or a 10. And it got a 9. So, cool. Cool. What more can you say? It's a Dugtrio. Alright. Here we have... pretty good looking card there, very clean, very well centered. It is the first edition Here Comes Team Rocket holo. I got lucky with this holo Mewtwo. Can I strike lightning twice? PSA 10. Yeah! Woo! Now that's probably one of the easiest PSA 10 WotC holos you can send in, but still, it's nice to have another one for the collection. That's very, very nice. I bought a lot of cards off of this person. They like open up all these packs, like Team Rocket, Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes packs, and sold me the cards super cheap right out of the pack. So way back then, 14 months ago, I sent them all in. Here's a Dark Machoke from Team Rocket, first edition, and it got a PSA 9. I love this card. That is an amazing artwork. Manhandling a boulder. Just such a boss. Alright, let's see what we got here. This card looks pretty clean. Yeah. Ooh, first edition Pikachu from Jungle Set. Another card that used to be just insane, like close to $1,000 way back, a year ago when Pokemon was totally nuts. This card has since dropped significantly, so I'm hoping for a PSA 10, and it's got a PSA 10. Very nice. Nothing wrong with a PSA 10 Pikachu. Put that right there. Alright, up next, maybe another jungle card here. Looking a little off-centered on the back there, but the edges look good. It's the Jigglypuff first edition from Jungle Set, and it got the PSA 9. So, yeah, that must have been the centering on that one that bumped it down. I will still take a 9. Here we have another one. Looks pretty good on the back. It's the first edition Ride-On from from Jungle Set. Hoping for a PSA 10. It looks like PSA 10 quality to me, and it is PSA 10. Beautiful. Alright, let's see, this card looks great. It is the Executor first edition from Jungle Set. Once again, PSA 10. It is a PSA 10. So the PSA 10 pile, you probably can't see in the camera, but it's catching up to the PSA 9s. Take a look, this card has a little bit of edge wear on the corners there, but looking pretty well centered. It is, the first edition base set Pikachu. Now folks, y'all had to be long-time viewers of my channel, because well over a year ago I was asking y'all about this card and what it could possibly get, because if I recall, you take a look at the back here, and it might have actually been flattened down. It lips up so slightly in the corner there, you can't even catch it on the camera. So the census was, it's either going to be a PSA like 8 or a PSA 6 and below, depending on that slight lip. Let's take a look. First edition base set Pikachu card gets a PSA 8. Yes, that's about as good as I was hoping for. I figured a 9 was totally out of the equation, but I will definitely take a PSA 8 base set Pikachu. That is a win. Card's looking pretty decent on the back there. Ooh, a Moltres. Oh, I've put off getting this card in a PSA 10 so many times because I knew I had one out, and I was hoping it was going to come back as a 10. Come on, baby. Give me a PSA 10 Moltres. Ow! Dang it. PSA 9. Ugh. I love collecting PSA 10 Moltres cards. But this one I'll have to do. Yeah, Black Star promo Moltres PSA 9. I'll take it. Alright, this one must be the Zapdos or Articuno because I sent all 3 birds in. And this one looks good on the back. It's the Zapdos Black Star promo, and this one got a PSA 9 as well. Okay, okay. Let's see if this Articuno gets the PSA 9 treatment as well. Flip around. I love the legendary birds. They're awesome. They're such an amazing concept. Alright, Black Star promo Articuno gets the PSA 10. Yeah! I got 1 bird in PSA 10, and I was hoping it was going to be the Moltres, because Moltres is definitely my favorite, but what are you going to do? Alright, last card for this part of the video, and then for the next video I will review the other stack of cards. But here it is. This card is looking very clean, very well centered. It is the Dark Dug Trio first edition from Team Rocket Set. Come on, baby, give Daddy a 10, and it is a PSA 10. Very, very nice. Alright folks, that concludes part 1 of my PSA return. Now keep in mind, I've been waiting over 14 months to get this submission back. And so far, I'm not disappointed. I'm very pleased with the grades. Aside from that Skarmory that very well should have been like a PSA 6 or below, it got the 9. That was definitely a misgrade in my favor, so I guess I can't complain. But thank you for watching that, folks. Stay tuned for my part 2 of my PSA return, and I will see you then.